Alrighty, thanks Beck. So as you can see, I thought I saw that wrong for a second. As you can see, I'm talking about comfort zones and in the What If series. So I'll just give you the general definition of a comfort zone just to get your, anyway. Your comfort zone is a behavioural space where your activities and behaviour fit a routine and pattern that minimises stress and risk. It provides a state of mental security. Your benefit is, in obvious ways, regular happiness, low anxiety and reduced stress. Now, I don't know about you, that sounds pretty good to me. Easygoing, relaxing, but being in your comfort zone isn't always the best thing. It's very routine and like the same thing every day if you just stay to your one comfort zone. So as you can see here, I have my lovely little cat Alice and my sister's cat Oliver, aka Fatty. And these two cats hold a big part in their lives. But Alice is my cat, and she actually doesn't have a very big comfort zone. Her comfort zone is just the house. Like, she doesn't like going outside, it scares her, and all that. On the other hand, Oliver, his comfort zone is the house, the front yard, the backyard, and basically the whole neighbourhood. Now, which one would you prefer? Would you prefer to have just a house or like the whole neighbourhood? So with Alice, she's a very insecure cat.
You should have brought it tonight.
Oh, I wanted to bring it. She just sticks to the house and doesn't like going outside. She goes outside, she runs back inside like a little scared cat. And she gets bored very, very easily because there's not many opportunities for her to do. Like, she can go like in the bedroom or in the average rooms in a house, but not anyone's home all the time, and so there's not much for her to do. Oliver, on the other hand, he has the whole entire neighbourhood. So there's cats to terrorise, there's dogs to tease, there's trees to climb, there's endless opportunity and comfort zones out there in the world for him to explore every day. He also has the comfort zone of his house, so when he wants to relax and chill and just be secure and safe, he has the ability to go back home. Now, I wish I was Oliver my whole entire life. I wish I, had could go out there and adventure the world, feel it willy-nilly. But unfortunately, I realised I was an Alice throughout my whole life up until year 11, where I found myself being a major Alice, where I was very insecure about myself. I didn't like doing things that weren't that stretched my comfort zone. I built a big brick wall around me, and I just routine after routine after routine. I got up to school at about 8:30, and school started at 8:45. I got to school around 9 o'clock, and school had already started 20 minutes before. And I was known to the coordinators for always being late. I rocked up to the coordinators every morning, like, oh yeah, Georgia's here, okay. So it's just my routine. I'd go to school, I'd come home, I'd maybe have a shift at Macca's, maybe not. I'd scroll Facebook for hours on end, and I'd go to sleep, and I'd do the same thing over and over again. And it got boring, like, just doing that over and over and over again. So I found myself stuck in routine, and I found myself, stuck. I was too scared to do anything else. But then I decided to take up netball. And I was like, yes, let's do netball. I'm so excited. This is me and my little sister doing netball. She already played netball, and I'm like, if Tilly can play netball, I can play netball. Like, it won't be that hard. All I knew is that you can't move with the ball. So I rocked up to my registration night. I signed up, I paid a rego, and I brought a dress. And then a few weeks later, I rocked up to my first game. I was like, yes, let's do this. And I was like, oh, shit. I don't know how to play. I don't know who my team members are. I don't know anything about netball. And I rocked up and I met my team members and I met my captain, and she kind of like briefly went over because we had 5 minutes before the game started. And I was stuck on this court with a whole bunch of people that knew how to play netball, and they were all older too because it was opens. And I just remember like my anxiety levels were like, oh my god, what do I do? I'd, like, when the ball passed me, I'd just freeze. And I'd be like, little do I know, there's like a 3-second rule, you have to pass it within 3 seconds. So I got a lot of fouls that day. But yeah, I was out of my comfort zone and I was like, oh, screw this, I don't want to do this again. But then I saw my sister laughing on the sideline and I was like, I want to prove her wrong. You know, your sisterly rivalry. And so I actually decided to study the rules, to practice and everything like that. So I did that and then I rocked up the week after. Me and my sister had been practicing the whole week at the local primary school, like passes and like throwing the ball and defence and all that. And then like the usual goalkeeper role. And I rocked up on the Saturday and they put me in wing defence. And I was like, I don't even know where to go, like you can move more places because goalkeeper you're stuck in like this key. And like I think and the wing defence like you can move like actually like 2/3 of the court, maybe, yeah. Yeah, and I was outside my comfort zone as well and I'm like, oh my gosh, like what if I studied the rules properly and what if I actually like learnt all of the roles instead of just focused on the one, and I was like, oh gosh. But it was halfway through and I just clicked and I knew how to do it, like I just realised like what to do and everything, and before I knew it I was a gun at it. Not really, but you know, in my words I was really good at it and like I knew like my really good was like I knew what to do and I could like pass it to people and run around and defend the goal, the wing attack. And yeah, so as weeks went on I got better and better and better, and then I got to the presentation night where I got the participant medal, and that was like the very like most, not the most proudest, but like one of the best proudest moments I've had. I'm like, oh my gosh, I actually got a medal for like doing something that I was so scared to do in the first place, and yeah, it really pushed my comfort zone, and that was the day that I decided I don't want to be an Alice anymore, I want to be an Oliver. I want to take every opportunity I can. Yeah, because I was stuck all the time saying, what if I'm not good enough? What if like I let the team down and everything like that? And these are the type of things that always hold us back from every opportunity that comes away. Like you always have those thoughts in the back of your mind. You got to like push past those thoughts because you can do it. Just takes perseverance and yeah, courage from your teammates. Even a little sister rivalry always helps. So bridge builders, who here was really awkward and out of their comfort zone when they first rocked up to bridge builders? Yeah? Okay. Yes, I was one of them girls. I was so out of place. But I was like, no, I'm taking every opportunity, and I rocked up here, and I think my sister made me come, and I think I went once that year, and I was on Ninjas. It was Ninjas and Pirates, and I wanted to be on the Ninjas team because Lee was on Pirates. The whole rivalry came into place again, and I only went about 3 times, and then I stopped going for 8 months because I went back to being Alice. I was like, I don't want to, like, they came in with a warm, welcoming and loving leadership team, and I wasn't used to that. And I wasn't in a very good place in my life to accept the opportunities that they threw out to all of us here, the new friendships, the mentors, and just a really good community. So I stopped going to Bridge Builders for 6 months, and then I found myself going back there from my mum, who forced me to go back there, no, give it another chance. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And it was probably the best thing I've ever done in my life. It changed my life completely. I went in with an open mind, and I accepted the love and the opportunities that came with being in Bridge Builders. I got up for games, I went to events and stuff, and yeah, it just changed my life and who I wanted to be as well. So I just want to encourage you to have that person that, like, you know, just pushes you that little bit nudge more, because sometimes you just need that little nudge to go and seek that opportunity. Now, with being in Bridge Builders, I got the opportunity to be leader in leadership, and this was something that I always wanted to do. I was like, yes, I want to be a leader, pick me, pick me, pick me. And they actually did, and I was like, oh, wow, I wasn't actually expecting that. And again, I wanted to go back and be Alice, and all like if you ask my friends, like all the whole Christmas holidays, I was just like, I don't know if I want to accept it. Like, I was like, you've been dreaming about this for ages, but I caught myself being an Alice again. I put my brick wall back up and I stuck into my little comfort zone and my little brick wall. And it took all my friends just to push me, saying, go for it, like we know you want to do it and we know you'll love it. And it rocked up to we had a meeting about it, and that was the time where I was like, yes, I'm going to do this. So I caught myself in the leadership team, and this is where I am standing here today. So I took this opportunity to do an asset. So yes. So next is Ryla. Now, those who don't know, Ryla is a Rotary Youth Leadership Award. And if you guys ever get the opportunity to go to any camp or like Ryla, just take it. Even if you're scared and nervous and like it's not something that interests you, like you'd be surprised like what goes on in a camp. So at Ryla I rocked up to the first day and I didn't know anyone. I didn't know what we were doing, I didn't know anything. And if you know me, I like to know things. I like to know what I'm doing, what time, where I'm going, who I'm going to be with, and I was just stuck with nothing. I didn't know anyone's name, I didn't know what activities we're doing. All I knew is that we're going 20 minutes past Bacchus Marsh. I didn't even know the location. So the night before I was like, I don't want to go, and I think I remember texting Beck, and I was like, Beck, I'm sick, I can't go. And she goes, you'll be fine, like I went to Ryla when I was sick too, you'll be fine, like you'll love it. But I actually found myself that my hearing had gone, 75% of my hearing had gone the days leading up to Ryla, so that made me not want to go even more. And I saw doctors and everything like that, and they're just like, it's just an ear infection, like it'll go away. And the whole week at Ryla, if you wanted to talk to me, you had to like yell at me, and that's how you're gonna go. And every guest speaker we had to use a microphone, and I had to sit right at the front. And if they didn't want to use a microphone, I had to sit at the very front, and even then I couldn't hear them, and it made Ryla like really hard and a stressful time for me. But I had so much amazing people around me that I'd never even met before that supported me through it, and that just loved on me and praised me, and they showed me like ways around the obstacles that I faced at Ryla, and it made me really appreciate my hearing and it made me really appreciate that if you really want to do something and you really want to take the opportunities that come your way, that that you can actually do it, and like the people around you can support you, and even though you're in your comfort zone, sometimes that like little bit of anxiety and stress that comes your way, it actually like makes you, well for me I found it makes you like want to achieve it more, like it makes you want to achieve it and stuff. Anyway, so as you can see, Ryla, if you look at our first ever photo here, look how awkward we are. This is my little, we had a pack, so just like it's called a toolbox at Ryla. We were so awkward. This is our first day, and this is me in the background, just like huddling over someone like I don't even know them. Yeah, photo. And then we finally got into our tribes, so it's a bit like Bridgeforders. This is us here. This is about day 3, and we were getting to know each other really well, and like we're getting more confident. And then this is the last day, and all of us, you can't see it, but all of us are crying because the friendship and like the support and the family that we made at Ryla, and we all pushed ourselves. Everyone had like a limitation, whether it was anxiety, depression, me with my hearing loss, people not fitting in and everything like that. We all worked together, and we just lifted each other up, and it really made us, we all pushed our comfort zones and that brick wall was no longer there for any of us. We just like smashed it out of the way. And now I look back on that team and on Facebook, I scroll through Facebook and like the things they're doing now is just amazing. So I really encourage you, like if you ever get an opportunity to go to a camp or if you get an opportunity to do things, to take it. And if there's people there that you don't know, like don't make that the reason for you not to take that opportunity, because you'll be amazed the people you'll meet there. Okay, what does everyone read here?
Opportunity is now.
Does anyone else read different?
Opportunity is nowhere.
Yes, exactly. So this is a bit of a play on word. I got off some lovely guest speaker at Ryla, and it really hit me. Because really you can look at it two different ways. Opportunity is nowhere and opportunity is now here. I'll move out the way for you guys to read. So I'll go back to being in a routine. So when comfort zone, routine, same thing over and over and over again. And sometimes you feel stuck and you feel like you don't have anywhere to go. You don't have any opportunities like everyone else in your class or stuff like that. But you just got to look harder and really look in between the lines and stretch those comfort zones, because opportunity is always there, as you can see. Okay, here is a lovely event. It's called the Multicultural Round. So, for those of you who don't know, this is probably like my second event I ever did at Bridgewater, so I was still pretty new, shy, really insecure about myself. And I remember going there and I was so excited, and there's only a few of us here. We got to go to this Chinese place and be under the Chinese dragon for the Multicultural Round in football. And also be little puppets for the girls, got to hold like pretty little puppets. But if you've seen, the sizes they had were very, very small. So an extra large was like, I don't know, like that big maybe. It was tiny, and I remember going in there and seeing these sizes and I was like, oh gosh, like this is not going to be good. And I remember trying on these pants and they didn't fit me, and they were the biggest pants was there, and I just cracked it and I walked out. I remember like crying and I was like, oh my gosh, like it's so embarrassing and I can't do this. I remember Susan coming out and, you know, she really encouraged me, and she was there for me. She goes, no, we can try another pants, I can put the last one. And me doesn't actually swap pants because they were the same size, but like they weren't really, and I ended up fitting into them and fitting into a uniform, just fitting my boobs in there. It was so crazy. And I ended up having like one of the best times of my life. I met so I already met all these people, but this multicultural round with the girls, because we were so close together for so many hours, we actually like got like a deeper bond and everything like that, so it was really good to see. As you can see, our selfies are perfect.
They look a bit special.
Yes. Yeah, so with this, I just want to encourage you, like, that having that support there and having people there to support you actually, it helps so much. Like I was just gonna bail, and I didn't want to go home and I wanted to give up, and I didn't want to go there anymore. And just to have Susan there by my side and encourage me and problem solve with me, like I got to have a great experience for a whole day, and I got to be on TV. That was pretty cool. Yeah. So this went a bit quicker than expected. So before we go into packs, I want you guys to commit to yourselves and to your pack leaders that you will take every opportunity that comes your way. You will stretch your comfort zone, even if you're scared and have fear and everything like that. And if you have that self-doubt, just punch it over that way. We don't want that. Because fear is like the number one thing that stops us from taking so many opportunities, stops us from starting new jobs, to start taking up a sport and stuff like that. So I encourage you just to maybe walk the dog in the morning an hour early, or get up an hour early and walk the dog, or go for a different route when you go to school. I don't know, just something. Take up a sport, or talk to someone else in your class that you've never talked to. Like, you might find a new friend, or you might find out things that you never know. Yes. So, tonight in your packs, you're going to write a letter to your future self. So, and you just write whatever you want, the promises you'll make to yourself, the goals you want to achieve. When you commit, if you commit to taking every opportunity you can, you'll see that the person you are now and the person you are whenever we secretly hand out your notes, it could be in 1 month, 10 months, a year, and you'll see the change that comes when you do become an Oliver, like I decided to back when I took up netball. So before I end this, I want to show you a video.
Your comfort zone is your enemy. One of the biggest ironies I can think of is when you live life trying to stay confident, life will send you more and more discomfort. It's true. Life will send you more and more problems. Life will keep throwing rocks at you. Life will keep handing you resistance, struggles, issues. And because people are so concerned about staying comfortable instead of growing and reaching higher, because people don't want to address their limitations and move beyond them, they keep struggling. Listen, you are not here on this planet to sip apple martinis on the beach and get yourself a tan. You are here to grow. And if you won't make yourself uncomfortable, life will give you plenty of reasons to push you out your comfort zone. So you have one of two options. Either you commit to constant growth and feeling discomfort upon your own accord, and you become the master of your own destiny, or you hand over the keys and you let life happen to you by default. One path leads to success and the other path leads you to constant struggle and pain. It's your choice. You think Steve Jobs started Apple feeling comfortable about it? You think top athletes sleep their way to high performance? You think Oscar-winning actors procrastinate their way to achievement? No! So then why are you giving in to wasting time with Netflix marathons and to chronic procrastination? Why are you running to the bar the moment your best friend texts you to come out? You have got to be willing to make the hard decision. You've got to be willing to feel uncomfortable, to feel awkward, to face rejection, to fail, to feel pressure. You've got to be willing to face those things because that's what's necessary for you to grow. How many times have you looked at your life and said, man, if only I knew then what I know now, I'd live my life so differently. So is it not possible then that the life you are living now, you would be living differently if you began to develop an awareness that you do not currently have? Well, guess what? The only way for you to develop knowledge and awareness is to try things you have not yet tried, to do things you have not yet done, to create things you have not yet created, to go to places you have not yet explored. This is how you grow. That is how you become the person who is worthy of sitting on the beach with their favorite drink. Life rewards you with those experiences after you do the work. There is a real price to success, and life collects the payments. And let me tell you something, life does not accept payment plans. Life does not let you get away with experiencing things that you have not yet earned. Your sacrifice must be paid up front and in full, and that is the only way you are going to achieve the life that you want. So I strongly suggest that you begin to pay with your discomfort. I strongly suggest that you start making those calls, that you start approaching that person, that you start practicing kindness and compassion over jealousy and greed, that you confront your anxiety, that you hit the gym, that you study harder, that you jump higher, that you begin waking up early, even if you're not a morning person, that you destroy your procrastination, that you start doing the things that you know within your heart that you should have started doing a long time ago, so you can start to build the experiences and the knowledge that you need to succeed. That is what I suggest to you. And don't listen to this as a voice on a video or some music. Listen to this as a direct sign, a direct message that life is giving to you to wake you up, to help you acknowledge your own greatness. It's time for you to get uncomfortable. It's time for you to start dreaming again and start going after what was always yours, but what you've ignored for far too long. And I promise, when you put yourself into discomfort, your friends will take notice, your colleagues will take notice, your family will take notice, life will take notice, and life will begin to back you up. Life will begin to support you and open doors for you and introduce you to the people who will take you to the next level. But you have got to take the first step. So take it and watch your life explode into greatness. Watch new levels of the game unfold for you. Watch you develop into the person who you've always wanted to become. It's all waiting for you outside of your comfort zone. Go for it.
Come on over here, Georgia. That was brilliant.